Welcome into our first Backyard Business Spotlight of 2025. I'm Sean Carey, always pleased to be joined by Jason Fink, the president and CEO of the Williamsport Lycoming Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, well, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me back this year.
This time last Thursday morning, we were striking up the big grand opening at Wawa. I know you were part of that ceremony.
Yes.
Wawa off to a phenomenal start, giving back to the community with donations to fire and police, and also Special Olympics too, with some check presentations.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was neat to be able to see how they were able to engage already in the local community that way, and especially with the organizations that they chose. I don't think anybody could argue with the ones that they were able to support. Pretty cool activity that they did with the fire and police, being able to do a little competition, but all in fun. So it's great to be able to have them here in the community.
Only open a week, and between you and I, we've already been there like a dozen times.
Yeah, I will tell you, it's one of those things where nothing against any of the other convenience stores in the market. I will still take and visit them.
Same here.
But I will also say that it's nice to be able to have another option when I'm looking for something. So,
and now with Wawa getting now a central Pennsylvania footprint, looks like they got a goal of about 15, 20 stores. They're going to be opening in this region of Pennsylvania. So there'll be others coming down the pike here in the not too distant future, building one in Lewisburg, and they're starting to getting close to breaking ground in Lock Haven, just outside of Lock Haven, and Mill Hall. Should be a Wawa there by the end of the year.
Yes, yeah, and I know that there's a couple of others here in the county that they're looking at as well. Those probably won't be open here this year, but I would expect, based off of what they're at least presenting to the municipalities where they're going in, that those will be sometime next year, possibly.
Topic you and I talked about quite a bit last year was downtown, and just how things have been flourishing downtown. I saw a write-up not long ago about Fair Play, the distillery, and they had like a soft opening on Thanksgiving morning to tie in with folks that wanted to stop in for a little celebration libation after the Pi Day 5K.
Yes. Yep.
And they're off to the brothers are doing well in downtown Williamsport, and a great option if you want something just a little stronger.
Yeah, I will tell you, they're a great group of owners there. We've been able to work with Drew and Damon. Actually, they just opened up on the Creek Road not even a full year ago. If I remember correctly, we did a ribbon cutting with them. It was February, March timeframe of last year. And to be able to see them in downtown Williamsport, I will tell you, if you want to head to downtown Williamsport, grab a couple different establishments. They are a very nice add to the mix. Being able to have that collection in downtown actually makes it more of a destination. So I think that's why you're seeing more looking at it that way, because people will flock to the downtown when they're looking for either beer or distilled spirits. It's very, very nice to be able to have that collection in a very centralized area. It's not everybody thinks, look at them, for example. They opened up a half a block from Nomad.
Yeah.
You know what? Nomad was actually very happy because, if you like distilled spirits, you're probably going to try, if you're going to Fair Play, you're probably also going to stop in a Nomad and try them out as well.
Everybody's in it for each other.
Exactly. Yeah. It's, that rising tide raises all ships approach.
And it was over the holidays, and right at the beginning of the year, we heard word about Boom City Brewing. They now have a new location, and now it's a Boom City Restaurant and Pub.
Yes, yeah. They're actually not that far from where we're at. They weren't that far from where we were at to begin with.
Yeah.
So they're just, instead of taking a right when I leave the office to go there, I now take a left to walk there. So it's, not that difficult to be able to figure it out.
Been there, done that.
Yep, exactly. And it's actually even easier because when I started working at the chamber, we actually had our chamber offices at that building. So from that side of it, it's a very familiar location for me. They're in the what everybody refers to as the old City Hall building. They're the first old City Hall building that we have here in the city at 454 Pine Street, and it's a great venue. I will tell you, the ownership of that building has done a lot to it. It's a hotel primarily, but it's got the restaurant there now, and being able to have Boom City in there, I think is going to be a really great addition for everybody there.
Last summer at our Set the Night to Music fireworks extravaganza, we had the folks from Dream Big Boxing. They had some of the kids show off their boxing skills, which was really really cool. And they're going to be hosting one of the first PM exchanges of the year over at the Pajama Factory. So tell us about that.
Yes, yeah, we're excited to be able to do that, being able to partner with them to do this PM exchange, more to bring light to what they're doing for kids in the community, to be able to provide some discipline, because if you look at the sport of boxing, everybody thinks that, okay, you're just, beating up one another. It's actually not. It's a lot more disciplined. It's more like wrestling in a way. And it's very, very controlled. You actually, as an athlete, and these are athletes, you need to take that approach and to be able to talk to them and learn about it and what they're doing in mentoring. I think the key thing is folks need to understand the kids that are going to be in there are going to be, kids who have some challenges to be able to start with. And they're working to be able to get them into a sport that is disciplined, to be able to help them really navigate their way through life.
And the date of that specific PM exchange at Dream Big will be when?
That'll be actually next Thursday, the 6th.
Okay. One week from tonight. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And we have another one coming up later on in February. And I know we've spoken quite a bit since close to a year ago about airplane service finally returning to the regional airport in Montoursville thanks to Southern Airways. And they're going to be hosting a mixer at the airport coming up later in February.
Yes. Yeah. They're going to be partnering with the airport on the 20th of February to be able to do a PM exchange. And excited about that one because one of the things that, at the start of this current year, they increased the air service with flights starting pre 6 o'clock in the morning to be able to get folks the ability to hit some of the key banks when they're making travel out of the market. And that was a big investment on their part to be able to really make that commitment to the community, because there's a lot of business travelers in particular that need to be able to get to where they're going a lot quicker than what their original schedule was. So we're pleased to be able to see that. I will tell you, I can personally attest to it because just about quarter of 6, I'm out on the roads running in the morning.
You are.
And
you and I have texted each other at like 5 a.m. And it's like for us, for you and I, it's no big deal.
Yep, exactly. Right. So I can personally attest that plane is actually flying and getting out there on time.
And a winter mixer that you wanted to bring up, that's also coming up here toward the middle of February. And that's going to be in Jersey Shore at the Ty Dutton.
Yes, yeah, we're excited about that one. Always love going over to Jersey Shore with our Jersey Shore Chamber. They do their annual holiday, or I shouldn't say holiday, their annual seasonal mixer. It's their winter mixer there at the Ty Dutton Inn on Thursday, February 13th. It's the day before Valentine's Day, folks, so we don't have to worry about interfering with any of that. But I will tell you, the folks over at the Ty Dutton do a great job for us, and excited to be able to be back there with them for it.
Yeah, and then you go back to the Ty Dutton the next day and have a spaghetti dinner.
That's right, exactly.
One of their specialties.
It is actually one of their specialties.
Right.
Among very good food there.
Yes. So check out all the information on the Chamber website and on also your Facebook page too.
Yes, yeah, please, if you're looking for any information on us, do check out the website. Check out our Facebook. I will tell you, we have a very active Facebook account. A lot of postings on new companies coming into the area. Also highlighting a lot of our existing companies because they're doing a lot of good dynamic things in our community, really helping to foster what is truly important in our area.
Jason, thanks so much for always carving out time for us, and we look forward to more backyard business spotlights throughout 2025. Backyard broadcasting is more than just music. We've got you covered with this local content that you can use on the podcast channel, not only our backyard business spotlight, but also our weekly public affairs program, In Touch, hosted by Freddie Hammer. Not only can you listen to us with the podcast channel on the website, also, you can download our free Backyard Broadcasting app. You can find it on Google Play and the Apple App Store. I'm Sean Carey. You can join me weekday mornings, 5 to 10 a.m. at Carey's Corner on Country 105.1 WILQ, and late afternoons, 3 to 7 on Classic Hits 93.3 WBZD.